Friends, four opinions, one objective. To open the conversation on topics like sports, entertainment, politics, social issues, and a whole lot more. Pull up a chair and welcome to the sit down.
We gotta do something where we say something too.
That was a good one, man. That was a good take.
Nah, that was a great take.
It was a great take. It was a great opening. We was rolling this.
We rocking. All right. So this week we're gonna have a pretty heavy episode. All these topics are pretty in depth. So we're gonna start off with. I want to talk about abortion and the death penalty. If you're for or against either one, and why you're for or against either one. So
that's too heavy for me to lead.
Jump out.
I guess I can start off.
Why you ain't just start off? I guess I can start off.
Hey,
man.
So we breaking it down? No, all right, go ahead. My bad.
No, you're good, bro. For abortion, the reason why is
Let's say pro-choice.
or pro-choice.
Because for abortion sounds wow.
Yeah, I'm for that shit.
Yeah, I'm all for it. But here's the reason why is that there are you want to give human beings a choice. Like, I mean, sometimes people don't know exactly when life starts. Some people will say that a fetus at a certain age range isn't a child. Some people will. In my opinion, it's giving the person who may have made a mistake a second chance to kind of restart their life.
You mean the woman?
Exactly. Yeah, because the man doesn't have a choice in abortion. The woman has to go through the procedure. So absolutely.
So time out to interject. As a man, you don't see a problem with giving a woman 100% control over that situation?
I mean, she's carrying the child and she's giving birth, bro.
But you helped create it, and it's your child. Like, I mean, nature is that she carries the child and she gives birth. You know, that's how life works.
Absolutely.
But you helped create the child 50%. Like, you know, that's your DNA, that's your seed.
Yeah, absolutely. But you're not sitting down in front of a OBGYN or whatever, whoever it is that's doing the procedure and going through that pain to get the abortion at the same time. So do you really have that much of it? It's probably like 75-25 at that point. Once the fetus is created, you have a portion in making it or a part in making it, but at the part where the abortion is, you know, the conversation.
I'm sorry to laugh.
Okay.
I mean, I'm just
So
saying.
this nigga changed his percentage.
You need a calculator. Hey,
You know, Bucks.
let us get that TI-83 from in the back.
Hey, well.
I mean, at that point, the liability changes.
We don't mean to laugh at such a heavy topic, you know, but you gotta keep it light,
you know.
Just
We
like
gotta
this
be
shit's
light.
going on.
Yeah, it's a heavy topic, but at that point, man, the percentage changes, dog. Like, seriously, like, you don't have to go through that painful procedure. So it is the woman's choice at that point. You made the choice to either have sex unprotected and create the baby. Yeah, at that point it's 50-50. But once the fetus has been created, it's not as much of a choice it is. You can put your 2 cents in, but yeah, the woman is going to take the majority of that choice.
So what you think, Tina?
Oh yeah, I totally disagree with that because I mean it doesn't make any sense. From what you said, you helped create the baby, so you're 50% in that. But once it's a fetus and it's growing in her, you lose all control of it because it's growing in her, so she's responsible for it now. Then as soon as it's born, you back in action. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's your turn again. Like, no, I'm either in or I'm not in. Like, you don't get to throw me in and out of this. And that the bigger reason why I'm anti-pro-choice is because it's the Constitution. Like, the Constitution, you have to look out for everybody. Giving a woman the right to abort a child, that's impeding on that child's life. A child has rights, a fetus has rights, even though it can't express those rights. A child has the right to be protected and everything under the Constitution. So even if she wants to live her life and her choices can't impede on somebody else's constitutional rights to live.
So what's your stance on sexual abuse and incest?
That's a different situation. That's a different situation.
But no,
But the majority
of
abortions aren't from incest.
No, but I'm saying in those rare cases, do you change the entire idea because of that situation? So what I'm saying
honestly, I don't agree with it at, like, sitting right here right now. my stance is I'm not for it at any point. I don't care what happened. I understand all types of things can happen. Rape can happen. You can get snatched in the alley, God forbid, and something can happen. I understand all this type of stuff. But a life is a life. And a life can't decide how it got here. Or, you can't decide that stuff.
Do you got kids?
Yeah, I got two. I have a son and a daughter.
So, what if your significant other was raped and you just they have a child now? You willing to let her go through this mental stress and carry the baby that's just reminding her of everything and have a child from that situation that's gonna scar her for life?
I feel you, but like as a man, as I'm getting older, I'm like trying to wise up and shit, and it's like I'm learning to separate my feelings from how I actually feel about a topic, like standing strong with my stance. And my stance is protecting life at any cost. Whatever it is, whatever it is, that baby, once that child were to grow up and get 30 or 40 and you told him, hey, it was a chance you came in from rape, your father was a piece of shit. You could have got aborted. Would you have rather been aborted? You think that 40-year-old would be like, oh yeah, it'd have been better if you would have just killed me in the womb. Fuck no. I got here for some bullshit, but I'm an okay person. I understand the woman. I understand it's a terrible situation. I don't want it to happen to anybody. But I'm not for fetuses and babies getting killed in the womb. I'm not for that.
I feel you like you can be dead when you're alive on the inside if you traumatized.
I definitely feel you. It's a tricky situation. I definitely feel you. And I'm not a woman, so you know what I'm saying? And anybody that's saying what I'm saying probably think I'm totally OC. But I've really thought about it, and like that's truly how I feel about this shit.
Right.
How you feel?
I'm pro-choice. I think that it's a decision that needs to be made between both parties. I don't think that ultimately a woman has the ultimate right, you know what I'm saying? So I think that it's something that should have to be agreed upon. And while we just on this wild subject of abortion, right? So I was watching a podcast today. I don't want to say the name of it, you know what I mean? But they was talking about Future. And apparently it's this young lady that Future got pregnant. And he told her he didn't want the, this is all speculation or whatever, allegations at this point, but he told her he didn't want the baby, and she said she gonna keep it, and he quote unquote put a price on her head, so he gonna, you know what I'm saying, take care of her because he want her to get rid of things like that. I think is totally OC, of course, you know what I'm saying, like wow, that's crazy. But I'm saying like things where the people don't agree on it, then I think that if she want it and you don't, or whatever the case may be, and it's not, and it's inside of like a relationship, not like a trauma situation. Trauma, I think, is totally the woman's choice at that point. You know what I'm saying? But if you were like in a relationship or you was talking to a past joint or boom, 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 and y'all can't agree on that, then I think it should be carried to term. I think both people should have to sign. I guess you know what I'm saying? Like I think that. But I am pro-choice because, like.
But it's in certain instances.
In certain instances, yeah.
Okay.
And I feel that, like we've all hit points in our life where it's like depression, where it's like, man, I ain't even asked to be born, or, you know what I'm saying? Like we all hit those points, you get what I'm saying? So to put somebody through, I guess, life when you may not think that you're ready to take care of that person, I think is unfair.
That can affect the quality of life of that child.
Yeah, so like, we all heavy subjects, so I guess we being vulnerable. So like I've been through the situation, and it was what it was. It was both parties agreeing. It was, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I don't think that we can handle this, and Shorty was like, I don't think we can. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like I have to stand on that side of it. I guess I don't have to because we are allowed to change our minds and grow as people. So I don't have to stand on that side. But I have stood on that side, and I still stand on that side. It's but I want to get to part 2 of it. I'm also.
We gotta see how Shell's feel. I ain't tell us how you feel about the show.
Oh, pro
all the way. High five. All right.
Funny shit.
All right.
It is what it is. It's the woman's choice, man. I feel like this her choice, dog. Like If you feel some type of way about it, I mean, it's her body at the end of the day. And then on the other spectrum, like if you don't want to keep it and she want to keep it, then I don't know. That shit gets tricky. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like you can't make her, carry on through with something she don't want to.
But
That you don't want to.
But you could tell her that you want to get an abortion. She don't. The baby's born and she can have you on child support for 18 years. You okay with that? And if you don't pay, you go to jail.
First of all, I start hitting joints.
Oh shit! So let's talk about the death penalty now.
Yeah, let's talk about the death penalty.
So on to the death penalty.
I don't know how I feel about the death penalty, honestly. Like, I think some motherfuckers do deserve to die. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if
I hope they burn it out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's my place to say, I don't know necessarily whose place it is to say who deserves to die. But I mean, like, people who go up in churches and shoot people, they might be on the list. People who molest kids, they may be on the, like, I think it's a list of people we all could agree on.
If they do the death penalty for that though. That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, but I'm saying I think there's awesome things that we can agree on that should be on the list.
Shit. You trying to get more motherfuckers killed.
It should be more shit on the list, that we agree upon it, like, because I think I honestly believe harsher penalties will stop a lot of stupid stuff. Like, if you get caught, you get like, you want to do a drive-by and you didn't murder somebody's kid in a drive-by. Like, if you knew what was going to happen to you if you got caught for that stupid shit like that, then I'm like, yeah, you should have your, like, I guess, yeah, I'm for capital punishment if you taking lives out here.
How you feel, Bugs?
I'm indifferent on the topic, man. Because serious crimes, like I said, I stand on one side of it and I agree, but at the same time, I don't feel like any human being has the authority to take a life.
You just gave women the right.
Well, the topic is a little bit different because not only are they taking a life, but they're also damaging their body in the process, and you may or may not have the possibility of them damaging them from having children ever again. So ultimately, that is their choice. But capital punishment is giving another human being a choice to end a life or take a life. So when you talk about capital punishment, I feel like there are some similarities, but they're also very different at the same time. So I mean, as far as capital punishment, there's a lot of people that do crazy things, but ultimately we don't have the right to take their lives. Now we could put them through rigorous punishment. No. I'm all for that. Nah. And then if they decide
somebody smoke your somebody.
Fuck
whatever.
You gotta get even.
Yeah, it ain't your mama, your aunt, your brother, your sister, your friend, your cousin, your grandfather. Anybody gets smoked of yours, I think it's fair.
You just said you're willing to take more caution for a convicted criminal rather than a defense. Hold on, time out. Than a defenseless child. You said you're for abortion. We can kill those babies. We can get those out of the way because whatever. But these people that have been convicted of crimes that have been deemed plights on our society, man, we gotta look out for them.
Tino, you're generalizing the topic.
No.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. How?
You're generalizing the topic because, in a sense,
hold on, time out. No fetus has ever committed a crime.
Absolutely.
Okay. So somebody that's been in jail, we know that they've done something. I'm not talking about people that have been wrongly convicted or stuff like that. But people that we know have committed crimes, we know that they've done stuff for. Why would you take more caution on their life rather than a baby?
It's not a cautious stance. It's more so if, for instance, the extent of the crime or whatever, there's other ways that bear more punishment than death. Death is easy in a sense. I mean, you put them through.
To a nigga that's never died.
Well. Hear me out for a second. For capital punishment, for instance, it's quick, it's easy, you get them out of the way. But when you talk about a crime that they should pay for, take it back to the Salem witch trials, put them on a stake and let's see this thing go,
In order for you to pay
What the
for
fuck are you talking about? Put him on the stand.
It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor.
This
man.
nigga just said.
In order for you to pay for a crime, though, you gotta use up resources. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I get where you coming from, but like yo, like I don't think all crimes deserve capital punishment. Like I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong. We need a fact check in here. So if anybody want to come sit on every time when we shoot and just check facts, hit us up. But look, I don't think that I lost my
train of thought.
I lost my train of thought trying to get a fact checker out here. You know what I'm saying? That's why we need him. And that's what I was gonna say. I said everybody who if you're using up resources to stay alive, basically, like we got to keep it. I don't think that every crime deserves capital punishment. You know what I'm saying? But if you took somebody's life, we gonna use up resources that's for you. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that standpoint.
Like that. Like in order for you to pay and do all the work we want you to do, we got to feed you. We got to bathe you. We got to give you. We got to keep you in tip top shape so you could be a good slave. Basically, that costs. You know?
I feel like once we say we're okay with abortion, like let's just get it out in the open. Abortion is killing the fetus in the womb. Once we say as a society that we're okay with that, we're basically saying, yo,
I think
that shit is we can deal with it.
With that.
Okay, so if that's the case, then we're okay with death, and we need to stop this faking shit. Like we're okay with it. We should be okay with people that commit certain crimes getting killed, and that should be.
I think as Americans, that's not
too far fetched from how we think of it.
Like being okay with death is not like nigga, we go watch John Wick.
That's fictional. We talking about
but
people.
We okay with 80 bodies dropping.
In America,
but I'm saying we got people we have people in the group right now saying that they're not for the death penalty.
Yeah.
So they're not for certain death. And I'm saying once you for baby death, you for any type of death. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Anybody can die at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like
those are the most precious people on earth.
I feel like it's so hard to compare the two because what you're doing is you're giving the woman a choice, you know.
Man.
You're giving a woman a choice as opposed to the death penalty, who's someone who is actually.
Let me get another water though.
So it's a little bit different.
I definitely feel you. It's a tricky situation, man. How you feel about death penalty, shit?
I feel like certain people need to face the death penalty. I feel like you should get a chance though. Like maybe duel like the Gladiator or some shit. No bullshit. Like on everything. Like no bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Put you in the pit.
Yeah. Put you against another person.
Another nigga that's deemed for death.
And then whoever win can live in jail. You know what I'm saying? Forever. You feel
and
me?
then he'll be the happiest nigga in jail because at least he's alive.
Exactly.
You might have just came up with a whole new jail system. We probably can't edit this episode, you know?
Shit. Might gotta edit that one out.
Niggas gonna wind up in the fucking arena.
Gladiator, man.
So what you got now, man?
Alright, so it's 4 of us, but one of us done fell the fuck off. So, as us right here, are y'all comfortable with women being in leadership roles?
Why wouldn't you be comfortable with women in leadership roles?
Good choice.
Women already have leadership roles. You know what I'm saying?
In what sense?
In what sense don't they have leadership roles?
Give me examples of women in leadership roles. Give me an example in your life where a woman is a leader in your life. Just one.
My mother, nigga.
You love your mother, but you don't follow your mother.
In a sense, I do.
You listen to your mother. I understand that,
Yeah.
but you didn't model yourself after your mother.
I model myself after who I feel like I should be.
Growing up, did you want to be like your mom?
To a certain extent, yeah.
I feel you. Because you're a loving son, but you didn't wake up like, yeah, I'm striving to be like my mom.
So you saying, are you saying,
and that's all topic. I'm not talking about role models.
Who that I can think that
leadership roles in your life.
Roles?
Yeah. As a man, can you think of any?
I mean, I can't visualize myself as a woman, but I know some women that's popping and that do popping shit that they living a life, and I'm like, yeah, they doing that, motherfucker.
You saying
it by themselves, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah.
But personally, is no women leading you in your life?
What do you mean? Is no women leading me in my life?
Do you have any women in leadership roles in your life that you can think of? Or are you, okay, you wasn't down here. We're talking about women in leadership roles, and are you comfortable with it?
Mm-hmm.
So, how you feel about it? Do you have any women in leadership roles in your life that you could think of?
I mean,
I don't
at
get
my
your question.
job, yeah, my boss is a female.
Okay.
Other than that, my aunt is a leader in my life. She's like the matriarch of my family. You know what I'm saying? So she leads my family. She makes the decisions of that. It's not like my uncle do it, or like most families to be the grandfather, or you know what I'm saying? Like my aunt's the baby sister, and she do it all for my family.
She's the heart of the family.
Yeah,
that's
the leader.
Yeah.
Like I don't. No, I mean, other than that, I can't think of any others offhand. You know what I'm saying? That's like,
So
I
want to understand.
I don't do any. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not active in the field out here doing stuff like that to the point where I'm working with multiple companies or brands or have interaction with, you know, people, with women, you know, at work or anything like that. But like, I'm comfortable with women leadership. Like, I don't see no problems with. I'm taking direction from anybody who's logical, rational, and the best person for the job. You know what I'm saying?
And for the most part,
Yeah.
that's women. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, that's women. Women will sit down and get it done. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're a man. You feel me? Like, especially when they're working with you. You feel me? Like, you can't say that it's no women. Tell me an example in your life. You don't have no women in your life that are leaders?
Not a one.
Not one.
Not a single one.
That just might be the lifestyle you living though.
I mean, that's the kind of man I am. That's
Yeah.
just my philosophy on life. Like, my philosophy as a man, a woman can't ever lead me in any situation. Like, me and a woman, we have different minds. We think different ways. A woman can never think like me and know, like, a woman has a certain set of skills that she's accrued throughout her life that are dope and make a woman an awesome person. Like, your aunt is the matriarch of the family, the heart, the soul of the family, and all that. And I definitely understand that. A man has a certain set of skills that make him him. And women don't have that leadership thing to me.
So who's the leader of your family?
Since my grandparents died, our family is like
So
it doesn't have that thing. But when the family was the family, my grandfather was the leader of the family. My grandfather was the father of 7 children. He took care of 5 of their kids when they went to jail. He worked his whole life, took care of everybody. Like, he's the strongest man I've ever known. My grandmother took care of the house, for sure. And she made sure everybody was fed and clothed and all that shit. But my grandfather got up at 4 o'clock every morning and fucking bust his head on goddamn.
I mean, I think it's about
construction sites and all that type of shit.
perspective, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's about perspective. I don't think that
I don't think
Damn
your
sure
grandfather
can't.
was leading.
My grandfather was leading.
Think
Well, my grandfather,
he
provided.
I think
that is my grandfather provided. My grandfather tell what time people are going to sleep. What are we watching? What are we eating? Where are we going for vacation? What are we doing? My grandmother never took the lead and said, "This is what we're going to do." No, I play my part. I'm gonna tell these kids certain
that's
stuff
leadership.
to do, but the husband is the
Yeah, I was
man.
gonna say,
that's
it's all about
leadership.
your
Like,
outlook of what leadership really looks like.
Like, so if you think about like let's for instance, let's use a team, for example, football team or basketball team, sports team. It's a head coach and it's an assistant coach. They're both leaders. We both leading the team. Like, you had a grandmother and a grandfather. They were both leading the family. You get what I'm saying?
I definitely understand what you're saying, but that's not what my grandmother did for the family. Wasn't leading the family. What my mother does for the family isn't leading the family. Like, that isn't what was happening. I feel you.
All right, so look. Go ahead, keep going.
No, go ahead.
No, because I want to take a second to gather like an example where it's like where it makes sense.
I'm not saying that women.
I just feel like it's a lot of women who can't lead, and
Sure,
that's
that's
point
for
blank.
sure.
It's a lot of.
I know.
I'm not saying. Let me clarify what I'm saying. I'm not saying that women are intelligent and that women can't do certain things.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm an old school guy, and I believe in certain natures in life, and people have certain dispositions. Men are a certain way by nature, women are a certain way by nature. And in nature, women don't lead men. That's not the natural way things go. Let me finish.
Okay.
Now, maybe in this 2018 culture that we live in, you know, guys are okay with that type of shit. But in the 50s, if you would have asked a man, is your wife leading the family? No, is what it would have been.
So that's your primal instinct.
That's just how I am. I'm just real old school. So I'm not saying what y'all are saying is wrong.
My question is that your primal? Is that what you naturally feel is primal, right?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so look at the Lion Kingdom. Who hunts the food, dog? It's the lioness.
Okay.
They hunt and bring back the food.
But she's not leading the family.
She doesn't back the food.
She does not lead the pride. Have you seen, like,
Hey, Bugs, you gotta stop with these whack ass analogies, bro. I'm fucking serious. You 3 for 3.
I feel like I don't know.
I mean, we like to evolve as people and humans and think, you know, that we think that we've figured it out better and all that type of shit. But the way it's been for millennium is. It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
I feel like that's what I was gonna say. I feel like I think your idea of leadership is very narrow. It's not like, because leadership takes form in many ways. You know what I'm saying? It's like if we was all on a crew team or whatever, and we was rowing together, like the Warriors, for example. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Like the Warriors, for example. I feel like it's multiple leaders on that team.
Mm-hmm.
You have Steph, who leads the team in scoring or leads the team in doing unbelievable shit. You have Draymond, who leads the team when it's time to, hey, get that pep up. You know what I'm saying? You got KD, he might lead it when it's different times for different leaders. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like to think that the whole time in a relationship between the person who, you know what I'm saying, two people, that you was leading the whole time. I think that's very naive of you to think that I'm leading the whole time. It's moments when you think you leading and somebody letting you lead because they know the outcome. It's times where you need a woman to lead. It's times when maybe you at dinner with a client or something and you maybe order the wrong boom, or maybe, and that's what she know because she at home doing that woman shit and cooking and whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I definitely feel you, but
it's times where people lead and you give up. You know what I'm saying? As a leader, as a man, I feel like it's times when you let your woman lead because that's being she need to handle this situation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm not.
No, I get that saying. So
I'm asking.
That's a primal example. So that everybody has a relationship.
Can anybody give me a real life example of a situation where groups of men are led by women?
Well,
instead of this anecdote stuff, give me real life situations that y'all know about since we're forward.
I
get what you're trying to do, but I don't feel like it's coming across like
all
that.
women instructors. But
do you think that a woman would be a good coach on an NBA team? A good head coach?
That's different.
Y'all didn't say yes, but it's just certain situations. Y'all said yes in general, like it was just yes. Let me finish.
Okay.
Yes in any situation. So that's what I'm saying. It's like with the other topic.
Bro, your question is satire. Your question is so satire, bro. Because it's like open-ended. You know what I'm saying?
Like you asked us if we okay with something. Yes, I'm okay with that. But now you saying, like, I got to define when I'm okay with it. Like, you just open a broad question and then you try to, like, counter boom it with something that don't counter boom it.
Chad, if I ask somebody if you're okay with something and you say yes, then there's no situation where it's okay, but nah.
It's situations when I'm not cool with a man leading.
Because it would be.
Sometimes the coach might be whack and he might be a man and I'm not cool with him leading.
So if I would have asked that and that was and how I felt, it would be sometimes. It wouldn't be yeah. It'd be yeah. Sometimes, nigga, I'm cool with it sometimes and sometimes I'm not. It wouldn't just be yeah, I'm cool with that shit. And then when a fucking joint come up, oh nah, but I'm not cool with it then. I would just say sometimes in the beginning. Instead of just
I'm glad
yes.
Say, but
like any fucking normal person would say. Sometimes.
But you said,
Let me just stop it right quick. And not stop it, but listen. You say like any normal person would say. You ask a question. 3 normal people gave you the same answer. Where you polling your normal people?
Anybody that's watching this.
Where you polling your normal people at?
Anyone that's watching this, who's OC right now? If you ask somebody, if you ask somebody if they like something and they say yes, you would assume that's just yes.
I like ice cream. Do you like ice cream? But I don't like Rocky Road, nigga. I like chocolate and vanilla. What are you talking about? Stop it.
I didn't ask you the flavor. I asked you that you like ice cream.
And I said that you asked me, am I okay with women leading? Yes. Am I okay with them leading the sports? No. You asking two different things.
So they're not okay with women in leadership roles.
Sir Maurico, my question to you is, right, because I know you told me to stop with these analogies, but I got another one, right? All right. So you say, are y'all cool with eating chicken? Hell yeah, we cool with eating chicken.
Are you cool with eating chicken dick?
Nah,
No, you said you was cool with eating chicken.
That's basically what you doing right now.
But I don't mess with cream of chicken on my chicken. So I ain't cool with chicken. It's all situational.
Right
like certain questions are too broad in a sense.
Cause it's like when I asked if y'all were okay with abortion.
Nah, and you got cut it on this one.
It's like when I was
open-ended question.
It's like when I asked, "Are you okay with abortion?" And nigga said, "In certain situations." It's the same thing. Are you okay with women leading you in certain situations? What's so hard to follow with that line of logic? I truly don't get it. I truly don't get that one. But fuck it. Let's just.
I think it's your questioning.
Nah, that was just crazy.
It ain't
shit.
just 3 people bugging out.
Yeah, that was wild. Now.
Oh man.
Can you be platonic friends with a woman?
Yes.
Straight up?
Yeah.
You got any right now?
Yeah.
Okay. You ain't never had no problems with that? Your girl, or you had a girl that's never been no issues, nothing like that?
I'm married, you know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, how long you been married?
Since February.
Did y'all start as platonic friends?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
That was a good one. I don't think so.
You don't think they should be friends?
I don't think that men and women can be friends. I think somebody always playing an angle. Like, and they're given the opportunity. The man, not the woman necessarily, but the man would smash that joint. You know what I'm saying? He will smash it. Like, a woman can be like, nah, I'm cool, I don't like him. But a nigga off a drought or off one of them nights or off
don't got no jumps where you, I mean, I feel you, but at the same time, it's been, I done had some badass female friends that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But nigga, I just be like, yo, you cool, like, I ain't even really, like,
but I'm saying, but
I don't like your personality, like, we can't, like, you cool, but not.
Your girl
like,
can have nigga friends?
Nah.
Why not?
But this is what I'm saying. Like she has male friends, but she don't hang out with niggas and all that other shit.
That's what we talking about.
Like we do.
That's
like dog.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, but by friend I mean like hanging out, like they friend, like
kicking
go out,
kicking
it, but not friends like I work with that person, we cool, that's my friend. Like
we going out for drinks after work.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm talking about extra, like we just friends. Like what?
We going to the Drizzy concert.
That's kind of open ended in the same sense too.
Nah, women
because you can. I have my female friends.
No, friends and associates are different. I think
I have female friends. They will message my girl. Like I'm cool with my girl's female friends. Like I hit them off the. I peep what you doing over there, Slim. Like nah, you know what I'm saying? Like. It ain't always.
Maybe this.
It's
always. Like, I mean, you married.
Dog,
I
was.
Like
Dog, put it
I
like
feel like it's kind of different once you married.
I think it's different on how you raised, nigga. Like I have a cousin, and we're literally like that's like my sister. Mm-hmm. Like we lived in the same house all our life. Mm-hmm. All her friends. I've been around females my whole life. Like most of my family is females.
But what I'm saying
is, nigga, I'm cool with my female friends that I grew up with. That's cool.
Given the chance, though.
Not always, dog. It ain't always like him.
I'm saying,
I be cooling, dog. Like you know.
Yeah, you be cooling, but I'm saying like 3 months then went past. You ain't nothing. Your girl gone. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is back in the day before you married. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? It's 3-4 months, you ain't there, and nigga, we go to the club, and we lit, you dancing with youngins, boom, bow, boom, and we lit, having a good time. And it's one of them nights, you like, young, I done been in here dancing with these youngins all night, young, I'm trying to chill with a youngin' tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And the shorty that's your friend was like, shit, all right, I'm trying to, what's up? And it's one of them nights. That's what I'm not saying like, I just think a man would do it.
See,
That's
one
what
of
I'm
them,
saying.
I got female friends
That's
that be
what I'm
like, yeah, okay, I'm about to hit my homegirl for you. Like, nigga, what? You're
I
tripping.
feel you, but I'm saying,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You
she
not
said
for the
that,
shit.
but I'm saying if she said, I'm not about to do all that, what's up? I think every guy is going for that.
I feel you.
Was like I truly do think that women truly think that men be friends, but I think that
Man,
men
always
be
got the
playing it,
ulterior
like,
motive.
not the
I mean,
alternative, like, but I'm not saying they have an alternative motive, but I'm saying like given the chance, you would like listen. You don't pick your friends.
no,
off
you giving
of,
it real, like you just giving it so much extra, like giving the chance and all of this shit. Like
that's the same. That's the same thing.
Nah,
Listen,
dog. That's not about being
that's
friends,
working,
dog.
no,
Like
that's-
you know what I'm saying. Like you can't be like, oh, I'm a be her friend, cause you know what I'm saying. For real, I might hit that joint one day. Like
I'm not saying
Do
that.
you think about like I think like, oh yeah, she cool, or she do this, we do that.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Like you know what I'm saying, nigga.
I feel
Like
you.
it's people like that.
I'm
Just
with
because you're a
you.
female don't
I'm
mean
with
I
you.
gotta try to fuck you. You
I'm
know what
not
I'm
saying
saying?
you
Like,
got to try.
even given the chance that I will fuck you, just
I'm
like you know
with
what I'm
you.
saying? Like that ain't
I get
that ain't
that.
real to me. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel
Like we can converse and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
I don't want to be
disagree with you,
around
but
just
I feel you.
niggas. Sometimes I don't want to call niggas and be like.
Of course you
know
don't.
what I'm
That's why you
saying?
got a
what
wife.
I'm saying.
You
Right,
ain't
but
with,
even when
you ain't with
even
three
when
other
I-
chicks
even
right
when
now at 1:30 in the morning talking about some baby, I'm shooting a podcast. Nah, cause it ain't sweet like that, dog. For real, you feel me? It ain't. And niggas
What
trying
that
to play like, oh yeah, you know, I can just be friendly. Nigga, if Jennifer Lopez was just your friend because she producing a hot track for you and y'all just working together, but yeah, she's just friends cause she don't want no parts of that. But as soon as she wants some parts of that, nigga, you down, nigga. Come on, bruh. You down.
On the marriage. Go ahead, Bugs. How you feel about it, yeah?
Yeah, it can't happen.
Can't happen.
Can't.
Being friends, right?
Yes. it
I'm
can't
with
happen.
Bugs, keeping it 1,000 stack.
Yeah.
Smackaroos. You feel me? What you think, Mr. You know what I'm saying? What you think, man?
Mr. 50s over here, definitely. My wife definitely, or girlfriend, whatever the fuck. Nah, she can't have no male friends. That's not even a thing. Nah. Men, men trying to have sex with women. That's why we alive. Whole reason we alive. That's
But
it.
look, that's
So,
why. Oh my.
Nah.
Like you say, like.
But it's a difference
in a
between. But I feel like it's
relationship, you
different,
feel like
different
you
layers
grow-
of friendships, dog. Like
Yeah.
y'all generalizing shit. Like yeah, we about to just go kick it all the time. Like you can't. You don't have a friend where you just be like, yo, like I ain't
that's a
hollering at
woman?
you. Yeah, like
No.
I ain't hollering at you in a minute.
No.
No, you could be a
I
special
grew up
case.
around women, dog. Like that's what I'm
we all
saying.
grew
Like
up around
you know
women
what I'm
that
saying?
outnumber
Like,
us
I
in
feel
the
you.
world.
That's
We all
what I'm
grew up around
saying.
women,
Like,
bro.
I feel what you're
That's
saying,
not
but
it.
I'm just saying, like, in general, not your case, but I'm just saying, in general, do you think the average man can chill with
Yeah,
a female
dog.
and just be a platonic
There's
friend?
niggas
and not
that
try
pull
to-
their dick out
Yeah,
every
of
day
course
on the
not.
train. That's also wild. It's wild people out here.
Wow, nigga.
It's wild niggas out here. It's men that do
and
wild
there's
shit.
different people
It's-
out here. That's what I'm
I
saying.
feel you, but
You feel me?
but this is what I'm saying is
You heard about the
The
bus
majority
light shit?
of-
Yeah.
it-
Majority.
men are creeps, dog. To actually
This
think
is
that
creeps.
men is out here being platonic on a mass number. Yeah, it's outliers. There's always outliers with everything. You're an outlier.
So when do you bring
Okay?
in the associate?
But the
test?
rest
I
of
don't
these
think.
people
Nah, I don't
ain't
think that's too
the-
abnormal, dog.
I do, dog. You would be surprised. Let's Google. Somebody Google how many complaints will Mata get of men just whipping it out on the train a day.
Man.
It's niggas out here that's nigga every day. You come on,
And
bro.
I think you can have. I think there can be like a platonic associate, but once it gets to a certain point, like on some super friendship, like no.
Because you want your girl to be. People always say they want their girl to be their best friend. So how you out here making best friends with other girls? That mean that's you. The next logical step of us being friends is.
I mean, real shit. Just think about it. Just think about it in your head. How many friendships between best friends that are man and women you think end every day because the dude tried to get some pussy from a friend?
From a friend.
that he been chilling with for years, and he thought today was the day I'ma try. That shit happens every motherfucking day.
It's a girl
that's
right
how
now.
Americans get
That's
married.
In the
just-
comments, it's gonna be like, yeah, I had to dead a nigga today because he shot the wrong shot. You know what
My
I'm saying?
BFF tried that shit with me before, that nigga. I know his grandmother and everything. That
We
nigga.
grew up together.
I call
We
him my
that
brother.
nigga.
That's my brother. Your brother wanna fuck you, shorty? You tripping. I feel you though. It's good that his niggas like that out here. It's good that his niggas out here like that,
But you can't gauge the thoughts on another person.
Yeah.
So here's the thing:
I'm
is you
going
may think in that mind frame, and everybody around you could think like that. But all it takes is one person outside of that circle to come in and think in a different way, and to ruin your thought process for the entire, from there on. Like, it could be somebody from out of nowhere.
Hey, yo, wow, tonight, yo.
Hey, no. All right, man. So look, my man had a birthday the other day. We all in our 30s,
Nah,
right? Young man's on his way to his 30s and shit. So let's talk about balancing living in the moment opposed to preparing for the future. How do you guys yin and yang that and try to figure it out? What's your...
So, I think that is the ultimate question, and that's why I think we should talk about it, because you have to live in the moment in order to be able to create opportunity for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when you create these opportunities, you have to be thinking of what's the end game, or what's next after that, or how can you, once you create the opportunity, take full advantage of it, I think that it's tricky because you get locked into one. It's like you either living in the moment all the way, or you sitting back planning too much, and you not, you know what I'm saying, you getting too prepared, you over prepared for something that you're not even
really prepared for.
because you ain't start doing shit, So
Yeah.
I think that the way to balance it is, for one, self accountability, and for two, creating an environment for yourself where that those things are conducive to your everyday daily habits. Like, you got to build the habit, and that sounds like some textbook shit, but really truly building an environment where whatever you want to do can fit into it, and making it like lifestyle. I think lifestyle, that's why I'm really big on lifestyle. Like, lifestyle, everything. Okay, what it is, you want to be a farmer, a gardener, you want to make clothes, you want to, whatever it is, it's a lifestyle associated with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not a lawyer, but I bet you all the lawyers know where the lawyers hang out, what bars they go to, what's the go-to cocktails that they drink, because it's a circle, it's a club, everything is circles inside of circles, micro, what is it, universe is inside of, inside of macro. So if you can create your own environment, I think that's the best way to do it, to create the balance where, and I think it's always going to teeter-totter, but the real key is to be like, not in control of the teeter-totter, but in control of your emotion, so that when it's down, you ain't like, damn, I'm fucked up. It's like, damn, I'm fucked up, but nigga, shit always go back up. You know what I'm saying? So that's the actual balance of it. Is that, in a sense. That was long-winded, but
I feel like you wrote your answer down. I mean, it's perfect.
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Right now, I
But,
freestyled that, blood.
Yeah. Shit. I feel the same way. Like, no bullshit. You live in the moment, you know what I'm saying? And you reckless. You think longevity, and you fucking, like he was saying, you stuck in a mode where you just thinking long game, and you're not being proactive. You're not doing. You should always do. You shouldn't always think. You should be a doer. It's a combination of both. So, you gotta blend it well. You gotta be conscious. Like he said, self accountability. You have to actually be conscious of, like, all right, well, you know, it's kind of like saving your money in a sense. You know, I'm gonna save up and I'm gonna always have some money, but fuck it, I need to go out tonight. Oh, I want this. I want to go out to dinner. But you're not gonna just go blow your money every night on dinner just cause you like dinner. You just gotta, you know, sustain.
How you feel? Abby over here.
Yeah, I just agree, man. I agree. I think somebody told me that when opportunity meets preparation, that's when success happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sign it up for that. Let's go.
All right, bud.
So you know you gotta find a balance, just like everybody else said.
Good answer. Good answer, by the way. Having patience is definitely important, especially as we get older. I'm pretty sure we all starting to realize that having patience is of high importance in life. You can't just run out and do what you want to do, and you know you gotta hold yourself back. Wait sometimes. There's a quote I read that said that patience is bitter, but its fruit is very sweet, and that's very true. Like I remember when I used to be 15, 16, and I would see older guys like in their 50s and 60s driving Corvettes, and they would have paper tags on them, and I would always be like, man, this nigga had to wait till he was 60 to get a fucking Corvette, man. That shit is crazy, dog. Why the fuck he didn't get it when he was 20? And then you get 20 and you realize, oh shit, that's why he didn't get it when he was 20.
Yeah.
Nobody gave him $70,000 to just go buy one. You gotta work for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's a toy when you get it, but it's a toy that shows the world that you've done something to deserve this. And in patience, you grow to learn that, man, dope shit like that, everybody wants it, but you need to deserve that stuff. You need to work hard and actually be somebody that like I said, deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody. Everybody wants it, but everybody's not working.
I know you don't like Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart said everybody want to be famous, but nobody want to put the work in.
You know?
And I felt that shit. Like everybody want to be something, but don't nobody.
And I think people set unrealistic goals for themselves, so they fall on their face when those things don't come true. Instead of taking the time to look at the world you live in, the life you have, the stuff that you should be grateful for. Actually being here now. People are always looking for tomorrow. Instead of actually living for today. And I don't mean in the sense YOLO, like going out and partying, but looking up at the motherfucking stars, breathing in air and just realizing, damn, this is a dope planet we live in. Look at this shit. We floating on the earth that's tumbling around in the Milky Way. We fucking don't know what's going on out there. This is crazy. Instead of worrying about the stupid petty shit, I think if you could put your mind on something bigger than you, I think that would alleviate some of the bullshit that people seek out in other vices. So that's my stance on it. Patience.
I'm with you.
Those worthy.
Hey, that's for all of us. That's for all of us. So that was the last thing for this week. My man Chad has a good event going on. Chad and Shill's got a good event going on. Some crab cakes and cocktails. Why don't you guys talk about that for a little bit?
Well, man, it's not much to say. You know the vibes.
You see the vibes.
You know, crab cakes and cocktails. Brought to you by the Water Club, which is us, a collective of friends coming together to do cool shit. And we doing partnering with Me Moms. And Bowie, you want to speak on Me Moms, one of the owners of Me Moms in Bowie, Maryland. One of the best crab cakes you can get in the area.
Best crab cakes in PG County.
Lump crab meat.
Hey, you already know. You know me. We ain't doing nothing that ain't worth doing, or we just not going to do it at all. So if we doing something, that means you need to come out and be a part of it. And be more like water. You know, adapt, go with the flow. No, don't go with the flow. Be the flow.
Be the flow.